Hey everyone, it's Miriam here at Messy Paper Wheels. It's been a while. I've been busy crocheting things and getting some other things ready for Christmas, but here I am back in my craft room. And while I was busy trying to get some crocheting done, I found a couple things I would like to well, actually, I didn't find a couple things. I found a couple paper craft ideas, and I'm going to turn them into an idea that will work in your junk journal. So, come along with me today, and we're going to make some things with book pages. I got these prepared in advance. I just took a round item, put it down on the book page, traced around it, cut it. It doesn't matter, excuse me, a couple of these aren't perfectly cut, but it really doesn't matter for what we're going to do with them. But I'm going to use these. If you look at my mat here and I line it up, they're approximately 4 inches in diameter, just a little less than that. And then I'm going to take some punches, I believe. I don't know what these are. These are my smallest hole punch. I just used hole punches that I had, honestly. These are about an inch. I would say they are an inch. And then I think these in here are probably an inch and a half. Oh, let me get it open here. It's a magnetic box somebody gave me, and I just had somebody punch little sort of, I have a hard time punching things, I'll be honest. So when I have somebody here, I just have them punch a bunch of things in advance. And this is my circle box. So I've got also some of these circles that I'm going to use, and it looks like they're not 2 inch or an inch and a half. So I've got 1 inch, an inch and a half, and about 4 inch circles that I'm working with. You can punch some circles out, have somebody cut you some circles out. You could really make these with any size you wanted. You'll just see how it goes here when I do it with this size. Now I'm going to start with my big circle. And this one, as you can see, has a little bit of flatness here. So I'm going to put that at the top of my circle. Okay. Make sure you guys can see real good what I'm doing. My new phone is not a brand new phone. It's not working properly. So I've kind of got my old phone and I can't adjust the closeness or anything with the old phone. So we're a little close today, but I think we'll be okay. Anyway. Oh, that's going to be upside down if I do it like that. Well, I'll put it at the bottom. It's still okay. I'm going to put my book page right side up. Now, what we're going to start with first is we are going to make some book page angels. When you see the concept of how it's done, you can make these out of anything you want. You can make your circles, whatever sizes you want. Really, you could use even a piece of cardboard like this, draw inside, make your circles. So all you need are some book pages. Cut or make them into circles, punch or cut them. If you want to use ink, I'm going to ink the edges of mine to give a little bit more definition. And these are some older book pages. You can see if I put it up next to something white, you know, they have a little bit of age on them there. And then I just have some glue dots. I had some not old, but I had some glue dots that weren't, that I purchased. They were for vellum. They've been discontinued, and I bought them here recently, but they've been discontinued, I think she told me, since either 2018 or 2020. I had emailed the glue dot place, and they shipped me these and then another type of glue dots to try, since my others were new, but were all dried up when I got them. And they said, well, they've been discontinued. They probably were laying around a while. So they sent me these. So I'm going to start with just inking. I have brush corduroy. It's, I don't know, maybe a little lighter than the vintage photo. that a lot of people use online. I'm just trying to use up some things that I have. So I don't know that I'm even going to use a dauber with this. We'll see how it does on the edge of the book page. I'm just going to take it and just kind of run it along the edge of my book page just to kind of give it a little bit of an outline. I don't really need to age my paper much. I'm just trying to give it an outline. So when we do fold things, you'll be able to see, the folds and things. So I'll go ahead and finish inking this one before we use it. I'm just going to ink them as I go. You could go along and ink all these and have them all ready to go if you wanted to. All right, so I got that one inked up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the circle down on my mat in front of me. I'm going to take this, fold it in at a diagonal. You probably see where we're going with this. Fold that in. I didn't ink mine a lot. Well, you know what? Let's turn it over because the side, there we go. Now you'll be able to see where I inked. We'll turn that over that way. Fold in one side and then just try to fold the other one in about the same. Make them nice and even there. And there's your little angel body. That's your body there. We're going to, again, I'm using wherever these glue dots. I'm using these to just make it simpler for me today rather than trying to wait for glue to dry or anything like that. You just want to put a little bit of glue on each side. So it'll hold your little angel wings down. So maybe it's going to be easier for me to use a glue stick because this glue dots, they want to stick to my fingers today. And they do, and then they're not. Oh, so much for that. I'm not going to go through that for the next half hour. Let's pull out the old glue stick. I got Scotch purple glue sticks. They've done away, I think, with the Scotch Create glue sticks. And honestly, I like the purple because you can see where your glue is and it dries clear. It is a permanent glue stick. And I usually get the mega size just because it's easier, I think, when you're making very big items. I do have a few smaller glue sticks that allows you to glue the smaller things together, but this will work for what I'm doing today. So you could put this on a base, but I'm going to make it so that it could be added to any journal that I want. I'm just going to put a little bit on there and a little bit here. I'm not even going to worry about my edges because a little bit will hold down those. And all you want to do is hold them down so you get your angel shape. Okay? Now, there are two options you could do for wings. My idea, I'm not sure if these are going to be too small for this. If they are, I have another idea. So let's put these. You use another smaller circle for your angel wings. Ooh, I don't like that. They just look like little stubby arms out there, not really wings. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another circle like that. I'm not going to worry about inking it right this minute. We'll ink the part that shows. I'm essentially going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. So I've got this little triangular shape. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and just gently nip off the edge so that you could cut them. I'm just going to gently nip it here because that's easier for me to do. It doesn't matter what direction in this case that your book page writing is going. And it really doesn't matter if it's perfectly straight. I mean, try to do straight. I don't do straight. I'm used to it. After all, they are junk journals, so nothing has to be perfect. And the other thing, keep in mind, people, it's only paper. Play with paper. If you've not been on my channel before, I'll just take a minute while I'm cutting this. Messy Paper Wheels is a crafting site. I do it so that other people who have some um, form of disability or something that might limit your ability to craft, this is a good place for you to come because I show you how to do it, some different tools you can use, some ways you can do it, some little shortcuts that you might be able to use. I'm just going to tear that because it really doesn't matter. So now I'm going to take 2 of these, a 1/4 of my circle, and I'm simply going to use those to create my angel wings. So I'm going to turn my angel body over to the back. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. You could use tacky glue, you could use Fabrifix, you could use wet glue. I'm just using glue stick for the ease of my, and then I'm going to put it like that. See how when I put it on there, I've got about the same amount here as I do here. If you put it that way, that'll kind of make your angel wings even. If that bothers you, if it doesn't bother you, then just slap it on there. And then you're going to take and do the same thing here. Oops, glue on the mat. That doesn't go very well, Miriam. Wipe it over there because I can't reach my paper towel. It's here somewhere. All right, so then I got that bit of glue on there, and I'm going to take this one and even it up, do the same thing, just glue her down. Now I have this pretty little headless angel. So we could go in and we already inked this. I probably should have, I might be able to still do it. I'm going to fold that back a little and take my dauber thingy here. Maybe my dauber. How about if I try this? Haven't been used for a while. It's probably dried up, but let's see. No, it's not going to work. Tell you what, I got some green here. That green's not going to, well, let's see if it comes off on the angel paper. Book page will really soak your ink up. Oh, that works. I'm getting some ink there. So you'll be able to see when I fold that angel wing up, you can see the body there and gives the appearance of that wing coming from the angel's back. So I'm going to do that. Go ahead and green that up and go ahead and go around my angel wings in this so you can see the outline of them. Again, I'm only outlining this with my ink. You can ink it however you want. I like the outline look. If it gets on your item, I think I'll just kind of grunge the wing up with some of this green. No biggie to me. It's just book page, paper. If you make a mistake, you mask it with something else. So I smushed that one a little bit much there. So what I'll probably do before I put it into a journal, I might ink that just a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm okay with it for now to show you guys how this is done. That way I don't take all day simply trying to ink some angel wings here. Probably would have been better if I would have done it prior to putting them on here. I know somebody out there is saying, Miriam, you should have done it before you did that. So I'm just going to add some more green to this side so it'll look a little greeny grungy. It is a green. You might not look green on my camera, but it is a dark wintry type. I don't know. Dark greens to me are wintry type greens. You know, I don't know. But there we go. Now you can see my wings for the purpose of my video. And then I have these little 1-inch circles that I'm just simply going to, well, that looks a little small. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? This one? Or let's try one of these, see if it's too big. Or this one. What do you think? Should an angel's head be? I kind of like that, really. I think I will use that. Again, you can use whatever you choose. It makes no difference, whatever you use. This is just kind of a broken, dried up ink thing, trying to use up. So I think the next one I'll make, I'm not going to ink it. It'll be faster if I don't. So I'm just simply going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this, right towards the bottom of the circle. See where I got that purple on there? Can you see it? Yep. And then I'm going to take this and just where that purple is, I'm going to stick that right at the top of my angel. So there is a book page angel. Nice way to use up book pages. You could use this on a page in your journal. If you made them smaller, you could use them on a cluster. You could use this on a, I've got some, this particular one would be a little big for a tag, but you could use it to make some pretty journal cards. And then once you put it on the card, you could use a gold pen and draw a little halo on there and turn this into a pretty journal card. Let's try making another one. And this time, I think I'll do a small one here. And I'm going to put my ink back, not mess with the ink, but let's see what happens if we just do a little angel here. I'm going to fold in that wing. Probably not quite as much as I did on the big one, because I don't really need to with the little one. Just try to fold them even on both sides so your angel doesn't look lopsided. I'm just using my fingernail to score down that book page. And now that I did that, I really don't need to put any glue down there, because when I glue the head on here, it will kind of hold. It's going to be a little bit big head. We'll try some Miriam trimming here. I'm going to take this circle in particular. These are just from I think it was a 1940s children's book. And then I'm going to just kind of evenly cut around this to make my angel head a bit smaller. Hopefully I don't end up with a lopsided angel head. So you could, you know, if you don't have the right size circle punch, you could punch your circles and then use something. See, there I go. And now I have a head that'll be the right size for my angel. So again, I'm just going to barely touch the top of this with my glue stick. And I'm gluing my head on before I even glued the wings on this one. Did you catch that? So we're going to cut some new wings. We'll use the same size circle for the wings. That angel has the word hellfish. I can't do that, guys. Sorry, I gotta turn that over. I don't think I'm supposed to cuss on here, but I wasn't cussing, so hopefully it won't be a problem. I just don't want that word on the front of my nice little angel here. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to take one of these circles here and fold it in half. Since it's so small, I'm not going to fold it again. I'm just going to cut it like this and then open it up, cut it on this line, and I'm going to cut it on this line. Okay. And I want to use the ones that have the ink on them. So I'm going to, maybe for my next video, I can get my art glitter glue working a little better. And I haven't been in my craft room for a while, and you let your glitter sit, or not glitter, you let your glue sit, and you got to get it flowing again before you can do anything. All right, so I'm just going to adjust my little wing there. Gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of the corner end of this one. I'm just barely, like I said, barely putting it on the little end. And then I'm going to stick the other wing on here. So now I have a little book page angel that would fit perfectly on a tag. And I had a small tag. Here we go. I have a small tag laying here so I can show you. I also have some red and green paper. You can ink it up and put it on there with a little saying. It kind of, the ink will make it pop off the lighter page. The other thing is you could also use a colored background. I have some red and green pieces. If you ink around that with like the dark green or a lighter green even, that would really pop on a red tag. Or even if I would take, say, a green one and lay it on there, it would really pop as well. So that's how you do the book page angels. I have one other thing I'm going to show you. Shouldn't take us very long. For ease of doing this, I think I'm going to make it on my black card. Now, I have to be honest, I hadn't made one of those angels. Maybe I did when I was a kid, but I made it. I saw it done on a video for kids' paper crafts of some kind and decided to do it. Then I saw how somebody took some pieces of scrapbook paper, punched them in different size circles, and made a Christmas tree. So now we're going to see if we can do a book page Christmas tree. Forgive me, y'all. I had to get a drink there. I get dry when I'm talking constantly. So how's everybody been since I've been on here? I hope everybody's going well, getting started on, this is the time to be working on those Christmas journals. If you haven't started one yet now, it might be a little behind things. I'm just going to take some of my circles here, some of my smaller ones, and I'm going to fold several in half. I want the wording to be showing because I like that. So I'm going to see if I can't use circles that have wording showing. And if I fold it in half, I'll use the side where the wording's showing. So I'm just going to fold several in half here. If you get one like this, don't worry about it. Just fold it a little bit instead of in half, and you can still use it because that part will be down. So if you mispunch a circle, fold it so that your mispunch is covered up. Okay, let's fold a few more of these, and then I'm going to go to the others, bigger size up, and fold some of those. My great big circles, I'm not going to use those because the tree that we're making would be huge with those. So we're not going to do that. Now, if you wanted, you could, I'm trying to use a book page. You could make these with scrapbook paper. You could make them with solid colors. You could make them blue and white would make a beautiful angel. You can really, once you have the basic concept here, you can do whatever you want to make these little angels. And I'm using book page because it just uses it up. You could probably even punch holes in some random scrapbook paper that you really don't like. And make some trees or angels with that. Now, what I'm going to do now is I didn't fold my bigger ones. Okay, we'll try it with this size and see how it goes here. I'm going to put some glue on the inside, fold it in half. I already glued the outside, and I'm going to place it with the line out. So it's just like that. Then I'm going to take another one, glue it together, I'm getting glue off this because I'm only using a little. It's not very purple, so it's a little hard to see. But if you're gluing things down with this, and you can see that purple, man, that makes it. Oh, look what I did. I almost put it upside down. Okay. You want your lined part to go out because that's what's going to make your Christmas tree pieces. So you can either use a bigger one, or what I'm going to try doing is just bringing the next one in a little bit and then put another one here, and then we'll go from there and see what we need to do about the center. Because we'll use the bigger ones on the bottom, but I think I'm going to use the smaller ones. I mean, if you think about it, when you look at a tree, aren't the branches towards the top smaller anyway? So that's my plan. I'm just going to use that, put it down like that. Again, you can ink these, and if you it would ink around it, it would just like really pop. Tell you what, I'll see how much time I have. If I have another one, I will ink it. If it turns out, it's a pretty simple project. If it turns out, because like I said, all you need is your bases, some glue, and you can go from there. Okay, we're gonna put that one there and stick it down. Now I have a little bit right there. So in order to cover that, I could come in like that, but I think I'm going to wait till I'm done and fill in my inside. I think what I'm going to do though, I'm going to put this right here. Okay. You'll see what I mean. I probably should have moved that so that maybe I still can without, ooh, looky there. If it rips, I'll just get a new one. Oh, with glue stick, you still have a little bit of time to peel it off. And depending on how much glue you put on it, you can probably peel it off there without too much problem. Alrighty. There we go. Covered it up. So far, I think it's looking like a tree, folks. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know if you like my idea. You know, these are not completely original ideas. I've not seen anybody make a tree like this for a junk journal, but I could be wrong. The videos I watched were for kids crafts and cards, so could be that there's one out there. I did not search for it. If you find it, please, you're welcome to link it below. Let me know if you try this, what you think, what you like. If you're not a member, please like and subscribe. That will help my channel to grow. I'm just simply trying to get out there, and the more you grow, the more people will know you're here. And you kind of want to make sure when you're doing it that you're not going to end up with well, you know what? I told you I was going to put a piece there, and I didn't. So let me get a piece to use there that has lots of words on it, because I like words on these. This one will work, even though I don't have lots of words. And I'm going to try to pull these two back up and fix my mistake here. That's all right. It'll be covered up, so that won't matter. And I think it'll look better if the circle is down before the outside branches. So let's do this. Let's take this off here. Now, this, as you can see, is not going to be a standalone Christmas tree because it needs a base for you to glue down onto. Oh, there's one with a bunch of words. Oh, look at that. I think I'll put that flowered one in there so that tree, or that flower can peek out with the tree. Peek out between the branches of the tree. Jeez, I'm having trouble talking today, folks. Out of habit of making things, I guess. So we want to put that kind of like that so it'll peek out. And then we're going to put glue on the back of our pieces that we had to peel up here. They're still good on the front. We're going to put glue on the back. And we're going to lay those. I keep wanting to put it on there backwards, don't I? We're going to lay those kind of like that. A little bit higher than I had it before. But again, we can cover that up when we go with the next one. Okay, let's put this down. Again, put your straight lines out. That's what creates your little tree-like branches. Put down another circle in the middle with lots of words. I think this circle in the middle is going to work, guys. I think it looks like a Christmas tree. What do you guys think? Let me know. Please, I like when you comment. I love when you comment. When you say hi even. If you came from another channel, please let me know where you came from. And let me know if you like it. Try it. Book page trees and angels. You just use book circles from book pages to make your tree and your angels. And I think this is going to be my last little piece here that I'm going to do. Again, you could just do this straight to a book page even. I mean, straight to a journal page. Well, you could do it straight to a book page too, but book page on book page, where'd it go? Did you see where I flipped that one I was gluing just now? Oh, come on. There it is, stuck to my glue. You probably were saying, Miriam, right there it is. All right, let's see what we got here now. Well, looky there. Pretty old little tree. All my little tree needs now is if I want to put a little stem here. And all I'm going to do is take one of my book pages. I'm going to fold it in on one side. Fold it in on the other side. Doesn't matter if they're straight or not. And then I'm going to glue the back so my little folds will stay down. And I'm going to glue this at the base of my tree to give my tree a trunk. And so my tree doesn't look like it's floating in the air here. Again, it does not matter. Look at that, folks. You have now used up book pages making a piece for a junk journal. If I ink